Are we hot, Jason?
We're hot.
Really? We're recording for real?
Very much so.
It's weird recording. My brain's been so, the metaverse, man. Now that we've been in the Matrix, now that we've pulled back the veil, and we know what's going on behind the curtain of reality. It's hard to not look in the real world as ones and zeros. I look at you and I just see very long numerals stretching into infinity.
Got
Just
the Matrix graphic.
that's what I was referencing. Yes, thank you for illustrating my dumb metaphors.
Yeah, like the Matrix.
The Matrix. You guys know what that is? Okay. Olsen. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. Machete Western. Last time I was in the Discord was basically doing a 3D fabrication of my living room as a place for us to visit in VR. So my plan is go to my living room, buy a headset, go to my living room, put on the headset, go to a VR chat, enter my living room in VR chat. What I'm gonna need now is that the model?
That's the current progress.
What I'm gonna need now too to make this fully realistic is an avatar just of myself, right? Because fuck it, why don't I just recreate reality in virtual reality, and it'll just be like when you look in two mirrors that are face to face, and it just goes on forever.
Yeah.
Because in that living room, I'll put on another headset and go into another VR and go into another VR and go into another VR and go into another VR, go into another VR and go into another VR and go into another VR and go into another VR, go into another VR and go into another VR and go into another VR and go into another VR. Go into another VR and go into another VR and go into another VR, go into another VR and 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 go into another VR, go into another VR and 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 go into another VR, go into another VR and go into another VR and go into another VR.
All right, man, it's your podcast.
I mean, fuck it. I have a theory that if you do something long enough, eventually someone will laugh, because they either laugh because it does eventually become maniacally funny, or they just do it out of embarrassment because it's really weird. Does it make you feel awkward?
Yeah.
If I look at you and repeat the same thing over and over
I
again?
would say that laugh is more awkward than.
Not funny.
Yeah, that was fun.
Well, I used to get into my car in the circle in Venice, and invariably we'd be pretty stoned. And always when you're younger, your car is just full of people.
That's true.
When you're in your 20s, your car is always just jam full of kids, no matter where the fuck you're going. And I get in my car, jam full of my buddies, and I would just go around the circle, the traffic circle, and in Venice, and if any of you know it, it's a European-style traffic circle, and I drive into it, and I just circle, but never stop. And it would become like a thing where it's this thing would happen, this process would happen where it's like, it's funny for the first 5 loops. They're like, oh, this is funny that you're doing this. Then they're like, okay, this is boring. Then people get annoyed and angry. And then if you break through, if you keep pushing it, it becomes funny. And then hysteria sets in and people start laughing so hard they're crying. You can make people have fun by doing the same thing over and over again. Like, if I punch you in the face long enough, you're eventually going to come in your pants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
It's the stages of callbacks.
Sorry for the apple, guys, but
You gotta eat.
Okay, so we started a Discord, and I'm going to say we because without me, yeah, exactly. Without me, Jason wouldn't be here connected to the Powerful Truth Angels, or Angel, whatever that is. Jason technically started the Discord. I joined it. We as a group started Discord, but let me tell you something. You motherfuckers jump in that shit and populate it and start living your own life like a bunch of sea monkeys. There's all communities. People are talking about, there's many threads. People are having conversations. I just click in there. I hear my phone buzzing. I look in. It makes me truly happy to see that this thing that we started has spawned some sort of small community of like-minded people and some cool guys in there just doing weird shit, which is great. And they're in there doing shit all the time. It's a whole little world. I'm all for I'm sold on Discord now. I know I'm late to the game, Jason. And I know that it's like, I know everyone's on Discord, but I think it's cool. I log in there. I see what's good with the homies, the PTA crew. And I'm going to tell you guys, you early adapters to the Discord, we're going to fucking, at some point we're going to drop a paywall and lock everybody out who didn't get in early. Can we do that? We can do that, right?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
At some point we just we gather our community. It's our little arc. We have a little arc of the true PTA patriots, and then we drop the fucking paywall down, and then to enter this like wonderful Elysium, this beautiful I don't know what this utopian society. This utopian society, to enter our utopian digital society, you'll have to pay to be a member. But the guys that are in now, and women, there's a lot of women in there, and the guys and the women that are in now, they get in for free, and they get to have access to everything for free forever, for as long as this happens. I guarantee you that. Except for Big Chody, we're gonna start taxing Chody because apparently Chody's the plug. He can afford it. So I'm gonna have Chody, he's gonna have to mail me something once in a while to stay in there. Just kidding. You're in for life, Chody. I'm gonna go into Discord and see what's good. I know you have the Discord popped up on your computer screen. Bone says, wildest Omar story. Oh, I got a few of those. One time, okay, when Omar was younger, I might have told this. I told the story before. I told the story about like Omar getting caught in the line of fire.
With the dog?
No. Well, the wildest Omar story is last year when my friend's dog almost killed her. Right. That's the scariest one. And that one was like the dog snapped, bit Omar in the neck, tried to kill her. I grabbed the dog. I grabbed Omar. Omar had like a little hole in her neck, and the blood was like gathering underneath the skin. And my friend's like, just put some hydrogen peroxide. I'm like, I don't think so. So I take her to the vet, and they're like, well, the vet's like, you have two options. We can either stitch her up and send her home, or we can operate and open up what is probably a pooling blood pocket and make sure that, because he said what probably has happened is the dog bit her and it pushed hair into her wound, et cetera, et cetera. And I said, well, what would you do? He goes, I would do surgery. I go, well, do the fucking surgery. And I went and did the surgery, and I had a moment where it was like, I was very cool, calm, and collected up until I got to the vet, and they said, oh no, you can't have her back. We got to do surgery. And then I kind of lost it because Omar is my partner. Omar's been around for coming on 14 years. Omar can't see so well. She's walking into walls. She can't hear so well, but she still has a lot of motherfucking heart. I'm gonna tell you that. Another wild Omar story is that some of you people have heard this before, but way back in the day, Omar used to insist on being in the bed at all times. And even if I was like, having sex with somebody and I was having a sexy time with a person, and we came to the end of that time where I released my inner source material, and I couldn't find it. It just shot, and I looked, and it was just on Omar's pelt, just a big load on her pelt. So, that happened. I had nothing I can do about it. There's a picture of it somewhere. I think it would be horrible to give you that picture. It's too crazy. We can't go too far. Other Omar stories. I used to take Omar to video shoots. I've lost Omar before. Oh, you know what? I'll tell a story. Okay, here's a horrible story. This is horrible.
That was already pretty horrible.
This is pretty bad. Okay, I gotta come clean. Okay, this is me being honest. I was on a video shoot, and there's a movie called Living in Oblivion about these guys on an independent film where everything goes wrong. I don't even know if everything goes wrong. I think everything goes quirky. Anyways, it's got nothing to do with this. I was shooting a music video, and at the time I wasn't exactly sober, and I had a kind of a bit of a habit. I was having Coke delivered to the set. It's a long time ago, guys. I feel terrible telling this, and I've been used to bringing Omar wherever I go, and I take Omar places for the longest time and just put her somewhere, and she'll just stay there. She would never leave. She just would hang out in one spot. And I did it once in a while. I brought her on set where the night before the shoot, we're building this big elaborate set, and I bring her on set, and I'm fucking, out of my fucking gourd because I'm like, loop-de-loop. And I put Omar in an area and I go and Omar just leaves. Omar leaves set. So it's like midnight and like construction crews banging this shit together. Production is setting up base camp in this office. Everyone's running around and I just go, I lose my fucking dog. I'm such a fucking asshole. I lose my dog. I'm like, have you seen my dog? And some of the crew guys are looking at me like, what an idiot. Like truly. And I am an idiot for doing that. And they're looking at me, they're like disgusted. This guy lost his dog. Like, what the fuck is he doing? Really the most unprofessional thing I've ever done. And basically, long story short, the dog got lost and I couldn't shut down the production because I lost my dog. So I grab a PA and I'm like, listen, I need you to make some posters. We're going to have you look for the dog. And I call my ex-girlfriend. I'm like, I lost Omar. I can't find her. And I'm like, and I'm also I'm also having a bit of a nervous meltdown in general because I'm not taking care of myself, i.e. I'm whacked out and on drugs. So, and then I end up I called my mom. I've never called my mom in my life for anything. I don't ever talk to her about anything. I don't call her. I called my mom because I was such a horrible, weak place. Like, I lost my dog. I'm on set. I don't know what to do. And she's like, you should do this, this, and this. And I followed her instructions. And I was like completely broken down. And then my ex-girlfriend came and with her friends, and they're like, we'll go look for her. And they started going to look for her. And I just was like, and I'm walking around by myself at one point and being like, you just fucked up. You just basically lost your dog and you can't go look for her because you're on this giant job that you can't just shut down because you're going to lose. You'll basically ruin everything. Like, all these people are dependent on you. And so, yeah. And then, I'm in this kind of frenzied mode. I'm sweating. I'm panicked. I'm sad. I'm depressed. And I'm also still trying to keep the show moving. And some guy calls my ex-girlfriend, whose name is on the collar, and says, hey, I found your dog. Apparently, Omar left set and went to Rally's. Rally's like a burger chain. Went to Rally's down the street. This is over in like Glendale area. Went to Rally's and was just like begging people for food. She just went to Rally's by herself. And some guy found her and was like, I'm going to give this dog back. Because Omar would have just basically said, I'll go live with you. Omar doesn't give a shit. Anyone can come over here today and I can give Omar to them and she'll never look back. She's such a loving entity. Or she just doesn't care.
That's most dogs, I think.
I don't know. Some dogs would be sad, don't you think?
Yeah, some really loyal ones. But I think, we like to project things on them that aren't.
It's true.
Yeah.
We do project a ton of shit on animals. Excuse me, and it's mostly horse shit.
Yeah, there's animals.
They just want food. If you get into an altercation in the supermarket with your bags of beets and your rice and your pilafs and your chicken and all these things, and sometimes you get all the stuff in the cart and it's fucking exhausting.
Agreed.
Do you know how annoying it is to go to the store, get all the stuff, put it in your sack with your mask on, put it in the truck, bring it upstairs, stuff it into your fridge? It's fucking annoying. So that's one of many reasons I like Green Chef, because Green Chef sends you pre-measured quantities. Jason, will you put Omar down, please? She's about to commit suicide. She can't see, she can't hear, and she's going to step off of this table and literally
blind?
die in front of us. She's kind of like half blind.
Oh.
So the thing is, it's annoying. The world's annoying. People are annoying. The supermarket's annoying. Buying things is annoying. Eating's annoying. Cooking's annoying. And something that helps me make things a little less annoying and terrible is Green Chef, because Green Chef, I order Green Chef, and first of all, it fits into my healthy lifestyle. Okay, I can get paleo, I can get keto.
There's green in the name.
There's green in the name, and I've actually used paleo. I've done the paleo, I've done the keto. I use Green Chef. I order it. They send me these boxes with the freezer blocks in it, and everything's measured out. Every little package is sealed and perfectly ready to go. There's a little piece of meat, there's a little thing of noodles, a little thing of vegetables, and there's a big fucking paint by numbers instruction sheet that tells you how to cook. And you make these meals and you plate it, and it looks legit and it tastes delicious. Green Chef lets you choose from a wide array of easy to follow recipes, perfect for keto, paleo, and plant powered diets. They do vegetarian, or even if you just want to eat in a more balanced way. How's your diet these days? You eating well?
I think it's like a little more vegetables and fruit and less.
I hate valedictorian heavy.
It's
It's crazy. Yeah, these days I'm really into calorie.
I'm eating a lot of honey roasted peanuts too. You know?
Green Chef's expert chef design flavorful recipes that go beyond ordinary for a diverse array of meal plans and plenty of options to choose from each week. My favorite Green Chef recipe, Green Chef. Yeah, I told you I love Green Chef. It fucking works. It's great. Like I love the chicken dishes. I don't know. Oh, there's so many. The pork. I didn't eat pork forever, and then I started making pork with Green Chef, and I'm like, oh, pork is fire. If you prepare it right, there's some great pork dishes. Go to greenchef.com/PTA130 and use code PTA130 and get $130 off, including free shipping. That's 130 smackaroos off with PTA130 at greenchef.com/PTA130. 130PTA/com.com, greenchef.com/PTA130. The #1 meal eating kit for eating well. And
Yeah,
also,
I want some meal kits.
yeah, get Heavy some meal kits.
Yeah.
Listen, we have Heavy, the return of Heavy, okay? Heavy's coming back. It's been a long time. I think that Heavy, I don't know where he went. I don't know what he's doing.
Just calling him, so
What does he want? Okay.
might be incoming. Brace yourself.
Sebastian says, I sound bad. I can't hear you. It's echoey. They're complaining. What'd you say, Jason?
It's the acoustics of your apartment.
Jason says the acoustics of my apartment are making it echoey. Listen, I don't produce the show. You want me to run out and get another mic? I don't know what the fuck's going on. Gomez, Furious Lobster can hear it fine. Maybe it's a problem. Maybe it's a user error on your side. On Sebastian, whatever your deal is. I don't know what's going on. But listen, I want to talk more about the Discord. I love it. I love that I can just drop in and check out the fitness pod, see what's going on. Dudes are in here pumping, doing wild sets. There's kettlebells everywhere. Guys are rolling, doing jiu-jitsu. Ask Two-Tone anything. Let's jump in that. Everyone also say happy birthday to Maddie. I guess Heavy's here. Hey, oh, look at it's humble Heavy. Look at it. Look at it. He's got a very humble aura about him today. I know I don't know what's going on. I can't wait to hear what's on with Heavy. What's going on with Heavy? Stinkiest Omar story. Maybe not her dying. Okay. I think it's time to bring on Heavy. Let's just bring him right in. We're not even going to put him in the green room. Heavy. It's Heavy. You're back.
You look good.
How long has it been? Thank you.
Since I've been on, I don't know. You tell me. I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know either.
A few months.
No, longer than that. It's been longer. How long has it been, Jason?
Oh, probably.
3-4 months.
Hi.
Omar's still doing it?
You look very good.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Your skin looks good. You know. You look good. Yeah.
I look better than I used to look?
No, you look just like you got
I
like some
shaved.
color.
I shaved. I went hiking.
There it is.
Thank you.
There it is.
Thank you.
You can see
I have a
it.
hard time with compliments sometimes.
No. It's okay.
You seem so. What is going on with you, Heavy?
Nothing. I'm feeling good.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Took a little time for myself, which was nice.
Okay.
Really happy to be here.
Make sure you're on mic.
On Maddie's birthday, bro.
Is it yesterday
Thank
his
you so
birthday or
much.
today?
I think it was today.
I think it was yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
Canadian.
Canadian
Who
time.
knows?
Doesn't make any sense.
Who knows?
Let's see if we can get Maddie on the horn. Probably not. He doesn't take my calls anymore. No, he does. I can call him Maddie whenever I want. Okay?
Well,
It's not good.
he told me not to FaceTime him.
Don't
He was like,
FaceTime
don't
him.
FaceTime him.
Yeah, don't FaceTime him.
Tell me, whose style do you? They're asking you whose style.
Today I think it was just me. I just threw something quick together.
As opposed to your bevy of stylists that usually sort you out.
Yeah, usually, I'll get changed a few times before I would step out into the public eye. But today I just wanted to keep it simple and comfortable, Yeah.
Here he is.
Maddie.
Hold by the mic.
I said not to FaceTime me.
Yeah, but that was Heavy. This is me. We want to say happy birthday to you.
I want you to sing happy birthday to me too.
No, I don't want to sing it. I just want to say it.
Oh, no. Well,
Where are you? Are you already in Chicago?
He's down the street in Hollywood.
I'm at the Four Seasons.
In what city?
Toronto.
Oh, fantastic.
Toronto. Why are you in a hotel in Toronto?
So me and Trish can have sex.
You have to get a whole room for that? Is it it's for your birthday sex. Listen, don't make another.
Bag? You want to see the trick bag?
Yeah, let's see the trick bag. It's just all fluffernutter and golf tees.
Skittles.
Yeah.
Marshmallows.
Yeah. It's just a novelty-sized Snickers bar and one of those giant gummy worms.
Let me see.
All right. Well, they can't see what. I'll have to describe. Maddie's at the Four Seasons in Toronto because it's his birthday,
He's staycating.
and he's gonna have sex with his wife for his birthday. Oh my God! Don't you really do? No. He has a crazy executioner mask. Who's wearing this stuff? Trish is gonna beat the shit out of you. Is that what you get? No, there's a dildo. There's a suction cup of dildo.
Who am I talking to? This is having a bubble bath.
Okay, sorry, Trisha. Let me go. I can't do this.
Who are you talking?
I can't talk. I'm embarrassed. I can't.
I'm embarrassed. It's like mom and dad, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta let loose. You're 40.
Yeah.
Been together for 22 years.
I'm so glad. I'm
It's
so glad
beautiful.
you're 40. I'm so glad you're finally 40 because you can no longer say, you can't say shit. You're 40.
I can't say I literally can't.
You're a dead
without
man.
being
You're a
young.
dead man walking.
I'm as they say in England, brown bread, mate.
Yeah, you're toast. 40. You're officially washed. You did it. You got to 40. You're alive. You made a few bucks and just
Made
coast.
a couple bucks. I have 3 beautiful children. I have
Yeah.
a
Am I good parked
farm,
out there?
multiple
Am I
New York
good
Times
parked out there?
bestseller. I'm about to shoot.
Yeah.
You know, probably an
Yeah.
Emmy award-winning
Yeah.
show for FX.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You know, there's little things to be done, but not much. The list is narrowing on the things I need to accomplish.
No one's perfect. You're doing a great job.
No,
Nobody is
no
perfect.
one's perfect. Heavy wants to know no one's perfect.
Also, great to have you back, Jeff Heavy Dancing.
He says it's great.
Really
to
nice to be here. And I love how your shirt's off and you're with Trish and you're taking the time to really enjoy it.
Heavy. This is the first time in the history of me knowing Heavy that he's had this chill vibe. He's like the evolved Heavy now. He's just calm.
No, he's Jeff. Just call him Jeff.
But then there's no point in him being here if he's just gonna be a person. It's like, what's the point if I have a guy here? It's not Heavy.
No, two-tone.
We got to get him riled up.
You know what the goal is then in this next hour?
Yeah.
Break him down.
Yeah. See, I'm not that guy. You're that guy. I don't like you.
You gotta.
If you were here, you could press the buttons that make Heavy explode. I don't like to do that.
No.
No.
There's no more exploding.
No, you don't have to. Not in a negative way. Gas him up.
Gas him up and then break him down.
Gas him up. Give him what he needs. Give him.
I'm also bad at that too. You know, I'm bad. I'm not
Bring
getting.
him. You know what? Just let him get a taste of what the miracle is.
Okay, look, I just want to say happy birthday. We love you and have a great time with Trish, your wife. Don't make any more kids. I think 3 is a good
Not
number.
a vasectomy.
Well, you might be able to push through that with that fucking super semen. What do you got? You're going. Oh, now you're also gonna get drunk, which is great. He's got champagne.
No, it's not open. The hotel.
Yeah.
The hotel. We walk in. You know what's the best? Can I just say, if this is going to be on the podcast,
Yeah.
can I just say one thing?
Sure,
If a
Maddie.
chef, every time I go to a hotel, because I'm like a chef, the hotel thinks it's a great idea to put like a plate of like charcuterie or cheese in the fucking room.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to see in my hotel room or smell is fucking charcuterie or cheese. It's a nice thought, but that's just don't do it. You know what?
What do you want to see?
What about some fruit?
Oxidized fucking
Yeah.
greens.
What do you want to see in the hotel room?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Not even a nice fruit salad?
Nothing. What?
It's like when you hosted Mike's wedding in the basement at a hardcore show.
I hosted a wedding
Yeah.
in a basement?
Yeah.
That sounds on brand.
Okay, Trish, you're losing us. You can't. You're losing us.
I think what you would like, Maddie, if there's a portrait of Maddie when you enter.
What?
A portrait of Maddie in the room when you enter would probably be to your liking.
Yeah, like that would be
A headshot.
Nice, but, like,
A headshot of you.
Yeah, like an ice sculpture.
Listen, we're gonna have Maddie. We're gonna have Jason talk to your team and get you an Oculus. We're gonna have Jackie buy it on your card, but say it's from us. And we're gonna get you an Oculus so you can get into VR with us once in a while, whenever you feel like it. You're gonna love it in there.
I want to get in there big time.
Yeah, we're gonna get you.
I think that's finally a place for me to really thrive. Last night I watched the movie The Cell.
Yeah.
So I really want to tap in.
Yeah, you're gonna be a freaky demon. They also built
they'll
a VR.
love you. They'll love him in the metaverse.
They'll love him in the metaverse, and they built a VR 3D model of my living room, so you can kind of come over.
Who built it?
The guys in the Discord. We have a whole thing going on now. It's crazy. There's a community.
Good for you.
There's a community.
The community situation is all you got. Look at Born and Raised. Look at my all the idiot foodies that love me just for food.
Yeah.
You know, and now PTA. What did you say? Fucking 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
What?
You know.
What did I?
Now, within 3 years, Powerful Truth Angels it's gonna have its
2 years?
own
3 years?
metaverse.
2 years. Yeah, we're going to be in the metaverse. We're in the metaverse already.
Are we in the metaverse now? I feel we're just in it now.
We are. It's over. It's over.
Like there's like some person from like Ukraine that's actually me. Like some boy.
100. Yeah.
In the Ukraine.
You're
that's
like
just me.
you're like an 8-year-old Ukrainian boy who's like, it's all like, honestly, the more I look at this stuff, the more I realize it's wildly possible that this is all like, we're all plugged in somewhere, you know?
We're plugged in.
Yeah. Like we're all living some weird American fantasy. Like you're living a Canadian, and I like, but I'm really in Bolivia in some weird pod. Because North America got destroyed a long time ago.
Like a soft, juicy, moisturized cell.
Yeah.
And like you're skinless.
Yeah.
You don't even have skin.
No skin,
You're
yeah.
like sucked up into a wall.
Yeah.
There's biomech sucking you off.
Biomech, yeah.
You know, there's lizards. There's not lizards. Lizards are too easy. There's you know.
Well, you got to do
parasites
something
running
called
through
like the
this. We're
Matt,
just
like
all locked in.
a play on the metaverse, like the Maddieverse.
Did you hear that? You get that one for free. Heavy says you can start the Maddieverse.
No, it's like imagine if you cut open like a grapefruit and then you like push open the grapefruit and we're like those little teardrops of like little citrus. That's us.
Oh Jesus!
For
Why
nothing.
Maddie's podcasting? All right, okay, go back to your love life.
Well, I told you guys not to call me.
Happy birthday.
I get excited because I'm like genuinely, I miss doing the podcast and just my stupid life is busy.
Guess what, Maddie? Guess what? I got a motorcycle.
Shut up.
I did.
What did you get?
A V60 Gixxer with dual knobbies.
Shut up.
No, I didn't get a motorcycle. All right, I gotta go. Love you. Happy birthday.
I love you guys. Happy birthday to me. I'm 40. I can literally never speak
You can never call me old again.
ever again.
Yeah, it's
Happy
great.
birthday, Maddie.
I
To
was
40 more.
I was so happy when I saw you turn 40 because I didn't know it was this close. I was like, oh, he's 40. I'm 40 something. We're the same age.
We're literally born. We are the same.
I'm reverse aging too, and you've been the
You
same.
look great. I was looking at pictures from when we first started.
Yeah.
You had like half a mustache when we first started.
Yeah, because I couldn't grow because of stress. I had a quarter size hole right here. I couldn't grow.
And like, you
I
know,
was such a
the
mess.
pop-up?
You do look good.
Remember
You're
pop-up? It was
clean.
like
You ever
from the
glow.
first time when
Yeah.
it was just me and you. It's just like me and you. And I'm looking, I'm like, you're fat. I'm kind of skinnier. And I'm like, you have half a mustache and it's all just white. It looks insane.
Do you remember we went to that weird hot chicken place and I was just completely having like a mental breakdown? I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna
You
do.
started crying. You literally.
I didn't start
you
crying.
spiraled the same way when I called you when I was spiraling.
Yeah. Well,
When I
yeah.
had to like walk away from Powerful Truth Angels. Like the same thing.
Was this
Like, I had to
Howlin'
break
Rays?
Was it Howlin' Rays? Where were we? I don't know.
down. No, we were at Gus's.
I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know, I don't know what's happening, and then things have all shifted. Now I got more to do than I know what to do with. You know.
Yeah, but the thing is like, there's not a. Speaking of age, it doesn't matter. It's all of a sudden like Born and Raised is going to be like this thing, and like all of a sudden you're weaving into this other thing, and there's other things, and I'm weaving into things,
Yeah.
and then you're just weaving.
We're weaving.
Time
We're
doesn't
weaving.
matter.
Listen, Judge Judy. You know what Judge Judy says? She says, if you didn't make it in your 20s, you got your 30s. And if you didn't make it in your 30s, you got your 40s. And if you didn't get it together in your 40s, you got your 50s. And if you can't afford it out in your 50s, you got your 60s. That's what Judge Judy said, Heavy.
It's
So there's
true,
there's hope for all of us.
She keeps on going. Yeah, she goes. She's like,
She's
"You don't-"
eternal.
Yeah, she's.
In the-
Is she still alive?
Yeah, of course she's well alive.
The show's still on air.
You should literally try to get Judge Judy on. It's
incredible.
I'll get Judge Judy on. That's nothing. That's easy. She's hot. I'd smash. All right. I'm going to let you go. I love you too, man.
Happy birthday, Maddie.
Birthday.
See you, buddy.
We miss you.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jason,
Yeah.
go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You did. Happy birthday.
Bye. The mushroom gummies. They send me these things in the mail before I get the copy.
Is this like shrooms?
No, it's not there. It's might be in the kitchen. We don't need to show the jar. I've told the story like 8 times.
Yeah, but here it is.
Here it is. Okay. So they send this jar. I get this jar in the mail. Here, you want to look at it?
Okay, cool.
There's nothing in it. They send a jar in the mail, and I open it. I go, I don't know where it came from, but it's probably an ad read. So I open it. I have it in my car, and I'm like smelling them, and I'm like, oh, let me try one of these gummies. And before long, the entire fucking jar is gone. Before I even know what it's for. And I'm trying to hold back so I can eat some on the air.
This
and
is
I
good
can't.
stuff. Lion's mane, chaga, reishi. Yeah,
Delicious.
This is really healthy stuff.
Immediate effects, lifted mood, clearer thing. And I thought so clear. I solved so many problems. I fixed the economy. I figured out crypto and gas prices for crypto. And I also just became centered, really centered in myself. The highlights, yeah, the wild raspberry flavor is the one. They're fucking delicious. They think it tastes like Swedish fish. Yeah, it does have a Swedish fish taste. You know what's great about it is the texture is really nice. I like the texture of these things. Have you ever heard of functional mushrooms? They have adaptogens, which act like on a cellular level to bring your mind and body to balance. You can support mood, energy, gut health, and even experience better sleep and immune system strength with an adaptogen routine. Enter Wonder Day Mushroom Gummies, the world's first and best mushroom gummy. I mean, I gotta say it's the best. I never knew there was a mushroom gummy. It's the only mushroom gummy I've had, and it's the best. It's a fucking fire ass gummy.
I would try it if it was here.
You should try it. You should get.
That means
Yeah,
that means that they're
good. Fire, or
Yeah.
I'm just a glutton. Pretty much both. Combines the power of 10 research-based adaptogenetic mushrooms, including lion's mane, reishi, and chaga, in a craveably chef-crafted one-dose gummy. I ate 70 of them.
It's the Johnson & Johnson of mushroom gummies.
Sure. Chef-crafted one pre-dose gummies that taste like a juicy raspberry. We dare you to just eat 2 a day. A dare that I failed. Started by 2 friends in 2017, Plant People creates research-backed, doctor-formulated, regenerative, organic plant and mushroom supplements for food, memory, stress, sleep, and more. They're proudly B Corp certified, climate neutral certified, and they plant a tree for every product sold. Wonder Day gummies are made with 10 research-based mushrooms that have been used for centuries to help people achieve homeostasis or mind-body balance. Wonder gummies are 100% vegan, made with from USA cultivated functional mushrooms from family farms of exceptional quality. I like to hear that. Your happiness is 100% guaranteed. Love them or your money back. Go to plantpeople.com/angels to get 50% off your first order with code ANGELS. That's TRYDOTPLANPEOPLE.COSLASH. Angels. Love feeling wonderful or your money back. Mushrooms are the secret heroes of the forest. I was listening to a podcast about trees, forests in America, where there's trees and soil collects up in the branches and creates pockets where other trees grow. And they've even found aquatic animals in the water of the. Can you fucking imagine what's happening in the trees? It's like Avatar out there.
It's
And underground, the roots are all connected with the help of what?
trees.
Mushrooms.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
The secret
I
hero
failed.
of the new hero of our millennium is mushrooms.
I've actually read a lot of stuff on the mushroom stuff too. And
Have you ever taken mushrooms?
years and years ago.
I love shrooms. It's so fun seeing my guy Maddie.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Yes, on his 40th. I had to come through.
Okay, Heavy. Let's talk about it. Let's get
talk.
into it. We got to
Let's
talk. We're okay. The Heavy episodes, legendary.
Legendary episodes.
Any of all, I've never had a guest. I've had very few people in my home that have made me so angry. Number one.
I'm extremely.
But it made for some of the best content, and I'm sad because I would have kept having you back forever. Because it was like, look, people love controversy. People love animus. They love conflict.
Yes.
And it was like one of the greatest. Like you were one of the greatest heels of all time.
I honestly really appreciate
and
that.
you were alternately in on the joke and also not in on the joke. It was weird. You were half in it and half not.
Well,
and
yes.
And also the observing us watching, just the way you're looking at me right now is mind-boggling. Heavy's giving me this look like, yes. Like it's all like we're in the actor's studio. Like we're talking about a role. He was like, yeah, it was really, I really prepared for this. And when I came over and threatened you and said, how much money do you have? And so I said, oh, you're
God
a
knows
loser
what I
because you lived
said.
in an apartment.
Oh my God. That was
Like
the
all-
worst.
and
That was the
insulted you in
worst.
your
So
own home.
horrible. So horrible. But I will say this. I think like, did you guys watch wrestling growing up?
I never fell for it. There's a whole world of people who love wrestling. As a little kid, I go, why would I watch this? It's fucking bullshit. Wrestling never, when I was a kid, I thought wrestling was just going to die. It never fucking died.
It's like, and it's never been bigger
It's
than.
part of the fabric of America.
It's kind of
It
wild.
is America.
It's very American.
It's America.
And I feel like what's kind of
You
cool
agree?
about wrestling is you don't, especially when you're young, you don't know if it's real or if it's fake, and being a heel is something I feel like maybe like I'm good at, you know. I have had a moment to kind of just stop burning the candle at both ends.
You went full, is it the Macho Man? Who's the coked out guy with the fucking, Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
You went full Ultimate Warrior where you got lost in the character. And I think that I'm going to give you my, have you ever gone back and watched the episodes?
It's funny because do you know like when you're traumatized and you get like PTSD and like you don't really want to return back to relive like on not the best moments in time, not your strongest points.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people would argue that maybe it was a strong point in some like type of in like a performance aspect, I guess.
Okay.
Like, but other than that, it was pretty embarrassing. Like I don't really
embarrassing.
I mean, like I'm sure I could rewatch it, but like I'm like just even the some of the things that you were saying, just to like highlighting when I did come back on and it went a little nuts. It's like it's very embarrassing.
This totally non-manic heavy is I can't handle it. Why are you petting Omar with one finger?
I don't know.
You're doing this.
I don't know.
You don't want to just give her a good solid. You think she smells or something?
No, not at all.
You don't want to touch her body warts?
No, not at all. She's beautiful.
I love this dog. Do you understand
Of
that?
course.
I know you love your dog Pizza.
Of course, yes.
Right? You and you have an attachment to these dogs. We project things upon them. I don't know what's really going on in her head. I know she likes to curl up and nap with me. I know she
How
wants
old
me
is
to feed
she?
her. She's like 14. She's older than dirt.
She's beautiful.
She's beautiful. Okay.
She is very beautiful. I wish I actually brought her something, but I next time.
But the one thing Heavy would do is he'd always, as crazy as like Heavy would come in, he'd bring a gift, but then he continued to insult the shit out of me, and then he'd also continue to be like, I'm a multimillionaire, I'm making jewelry.
Oh, but that's the best part is that like I'm really not a
no shit.
Yeah, and like I don't think I claimed to be a millionaire.
No.
I was in a moment of extreme, I guess, obsession over like things that really aren't that important, i.e.
This is a disease that happens to people. This is if you're susceptible, and a lot of people are, and you come to LA, this thing gets in your head. It's like this worm.
Well, it's weird because like I never was and never have been, but then I think like the pandemic kind of induced this feeling of not being able to work, especially after like working so hard to get to a point where I was like getting, making money consistently. And so it was kind of just like projecting, I guess, projecting the idea of having having more and like that materialistic and caring about, that type of shit is really shallow. And anybody with the most will tell you that. Like it's not really about.
So a lot of people's theory was that you were on drugs.
And I was not on drugs.
I didn't get drug off you. I didn't get coke or speed. Everyone's like, he's on speed, he's on Scante, he's fucking doing.
No, I was just.
You smoked weed.
I think I smoked a little too much weed, which induced anxiety attacks.
This is a nice Jewish boy from Canada who smoked too much weed and went to LA. Don't come to LA Don't chase your dreams. Don't come here and the LA worm gets in your head, and it has barbs, and if you let it gets in your brain, and it attaches yourself to you, and it starts telling you like influencer, money, rented Tesla, condo, bronze faced girls, Lion King girls, fake tits, big fake butts, going to whatever the fuck, the chateau, going to fucking this pool party on top of this fucking hotel, gotta go to this party, and it infects you, and you become the parody of LA, and you become this thing where it's like real people in LA are like, we're just like out here fucking tilling the earth, pulling water from the ground, growing palm trees, driving around in circles in Venice, manifesting destiny, starting streetwear companies, partnering with sports teams and sports brands, doing Super Bowl collaborations.
Yes.
Doing just like that's what the salt of the earth Angelinos are doing. Some of them are donning hockey masks and influencing huge swaths of the population with characters, i.e. Fools Gone Wild. Do you fuck with Fools Gone Wild?
I have to look it up because I don't actually know about it, and I don't want to say that I do if I don't.
You don't follow Fools Gone Wild? Do you Cholo humor?
I gotta check it out.
Whenever I talk to someone who doesn't follow Fools Gone Wild, I am like flabbergasted because it's kind of like it's part of my day at this point because that dude posts so consistently.
I haven't been on. That's another thing. I haven't.
You took a break.
I'm trying not to be too reliant on.
Oh God, I wish I could leave. I wish I could go.
I know on the app. Especially about posting and trying to, unless it's like there's meaning to the post or a purpose to the post.
I cannot believe this earnest. The earnest heavy Jason is. I'm like, where? Please insult me.
No,
please,
no, because it's just not me. Like we all change and like go through it. Like I'm not like I just can't. It's just so not me, and that's I think what the most embarrassing part about I guess why I don't. It's just not me.
What do you think was going on? Like, do you think you had some sort of like a break?
No, I just think that like ultimately I was, drinking and smoking too much, and I didn't want to continue to do that, and that kind of, induced me to take a break, to unplug, to reset.
Where did you reset?
Just went back home to Toronto.
Back home. And what do you do in Toronto? You just do some spas, some saunas.
No, everything's shut down there. While I was there, they were like literally in a shutdown, in a lockdown or whatever for Corona. So I was reading a bit. I kind of watched a lot of movies. Took pizza on like
you got
long.
To take a break.
It's people will look at it like it's a really bad thing to unplug or whatever.
How is that a bad thing? Let me tell you something.
No, I'm with a new therapist. Like I'm trying to just be. If I had the
capacity or the band, or if I in any way could unplug for like my dream. This is my dream. My dream is here's my dream. A 3-month break from everything. I've been going so hard for, especially the past 8 years, but before then. But I've been strapped in, like just strapped into this fucking luge, and just going, and a lot of times it's the luge is moving and it's not helping me. Like let's say the luge, and if you're going down, let's say that you're doing good, but when you're going up, like a lot of times it's going uphill and nothing good's happening, but I'm still strapped into it. That's what building a company is about, right?
Of
building
course.
a company,
and like I really do respect and look like that's
well, he gave all
sweater.
this clothes to his maid.
Okay, it was one sweatsuit, and I don't think I really even gave it to her.
I don't think you did either.
Yeah,
it's a great sweatsuit.
Yeah,
I wouldn't give that to your housekeeper. That's insane.
No.
God damn it, Heavy. Well, listen, I don't have any. I have no ill will towards you. I think that
I appreciate that.
I got very. Like I think it made for great podcasting, and I gotta say that
people freaked out over it. Like,
yeah, it got a lot of attention.
I didn't really even realize
it caused a wave. People were just like, "Is there a bounty on Heavy's head? Are the fucking who is it? The Thunderbirds? The Dr. Cornelius?
Dr. Cornelius?
Who are the guys coming? The
Skybirds, the
Mamillions. People were like talking about. Those things. We could have jumped on the wave. Probably pulled a couple grand out of Mamillion merch. That would have been another argument to have with each other. But So okay, you got some time off. You got to reflect.
Yeah, like I've never done hard drugs.
Yeah.
Like never anything, I guess, above. But like, again, if you're burning it at both ends of the candle, alcohol and tobacco and weed can be like, it can be a lot, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm just, I guess, grateful I never got into anything that was like actually hard, because I probably definitely would have not felt,
we would've
not felt
sprinkled
the best.
a little
Yeah.
cocaine in the mix.
Oh,
On top
I
of,
would have
like-
been done.
Because you had cocaine energy.
Yes.
Like
People
Coke.
always thought, because they just thought that I was on some sort of speed. Is that what cocaine is? Like a speed?
Cocaine?
Or
What do you mean? Of course, you know what cocaine is. It's an accelerant. It's a
Yeah, but then you come down from cocaine, right? Like,
yeah, at some point.
Yeah. So people always.
You never
I
did
guess,
Adderall? Were you ever prescribed Adderall as a
when
kid?
I was like young, like when I was maybe like 14 or 13, and then I took it and it didn't feel good. I would like suppress my appetite, and I just didn't. And then I was self-medicated with weed.
So now we have the low-key, calm, heavy.
Yeah, like if I'm gonna have a drink, it's gonna be maybe like one or two, like if that. I'm not really smoking.
I'm not ignoring you. I'm
that
taking
much.
a look into the Discord. They are asking.
No, it's cool.
They are asking if Heavy. They said, "Can Heavy come in the Discord? Do you want to join our Discord?
What is
Do you
it?
fuck with Discord?
I don't know exactly. I was actually asking Jason exactly.
Discord is basically like
Like an online chat.
yeah, it's like a server. It's like Reddit but live, right?
Okay.
And it's like it goes back to the forum days.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why I like. They're saying Heavy's not funny because
Well,
because
but,
you're
like,
not doing anything.
But I'm
It's-
not
it's-
trying to be funny. Like
know you're
I
not.
kind of wanted to like just come on and just clear the air, just like.
But
so
you don't have to
people
clear
understand.
the air. It's almost. I'd rather
Well, no,
like.
people like, I think there's like an expectation. Oh, like this guy's gonna say or do some crazy
Yeah.
shit. Like he's
Yeah.
gotta come on here and just like make a complete fool of himself. Like
Yeah.
just one last time.
But that
like,
the thing is, here's the thing about that energy. That energy, Jason is the singer, huh? That energy, it really creates like, some of the best things you ever listened to on the radio back in the day when you were a kid were people arguing.
of course.
And there's nothing as funny as people arguing when like it's captivating. And Heavy coming on here is just like mea culpa, like the mellow guy. He just like he wants to talk to me about like the feng shui of my house and yoga and tantric eating or whatever the fuck he's into. You do Pilates? You into Pilates?
I've tried to get into it. It's so difficult though.
I love the challenge. I've done 2 Pilates classes.
Good for you.
And it's so hard.
It's so hard.
Like I can push up a lot. I'm very strong.
Yep.
But on that machine, I'm whimpering like a baby. It is so fucking hard.
It's just like it's a type of core strength that you really can't even know unless you try to go. And I feel like if you can get over the hump and do however many sessions it is where you can actually have the core strength to even complete what they're telling you to do, then you're in a really good
it's amazing.
space.
Pilates is fire.
But I haven't gotten over that hump, but I have dabbled, and it's like it's very good for you. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a spot down the street that we check out. Shout out to Callie at Pilates.
Oh, actually, shit. On that note,
Yeah.
I ran into this guy named Dane, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
works out at your gym. And he's a really nice guy,
Yeah,
and he loves the show.
he does.
And I don't know, like anybody's watching. Like
Dane-
I was a huge fan of The Predator. The movie The Predator with Arnold. It's with Arnold, right? And he's playing in the new remake
Right.
of it.
The sexual predator.
No.
Yeah. I call Dane, he's the predator at the gym. That's what I say. I say, Dane, everyone like when he enters the gym, because I've seen it, he goes into scan mode and he sees everything in like this green X-ray and he just sees all the men fade away and he just sees butts outside of their pants. He looks at every girl and sees them with their yoga pants pulled down. He scans them all, and he's very nice and he's tall and lanky. He's very nice and he's just like, and like they know they're aware of him because I warn them. I go, listen, Dane's coming to everybody, so like wear a lead apron.
No, he's a
so
good
you can
dude.
see through your clothes.
He's a really good dude.
Dane's cool.
Yeah.
Dane's fine. Dane's very like I saw him today. He's like, I gave him a gi. Right, he wants to do jiu-jitsu. I gave him a. He's a big motherfucker. He's a tall.
He's
guy.
tall. He used to play basketball.
Strong looking
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't start rolling. He's too strong. He's big.
Yeah.
I don't want that guy laying on top of me. He's gigantic.
No,
And especially he's
no.
a pervert too. I don't want him he might I'm very handsome, so he might get an idea. I don't want.
You do have a glow.
I'm glowing. Yeah, Dane's I feel like Dane is like a very he's a nice guy, but I think he's always working angles. Like a lot of us are, right? He's working angles.
I mean, like I think he's genuinely a fan. Like he's genuinely a fan of the podcast.
I think that Dane.
It seemed like that when he.
I think Dane likes Maddie. I don't think Dane knows that Maddie's not on the show anymore. Do you know that? Do you know Maddie's not a part of the show?
I have no idea. No.
Maddie is in essence, but like technically, we transferred the show over to me.
Okay.
I own the show now.
That's incredible.
Yeah. We have a Discord. We have our own community. We love each other. We take care because I have time for my constituents.
Of course.
In the PTA.
Of course. Whether Maddie's involved, I
love Maddie. Maddie. The reality is Maddie is too busy and too powerful to do this. I'm almost too busy and too powerful to do this.
Well, I'm still here.
I love doing it.
Yeah, I'm still here and happy to be here.
Oh God, Heavy is just the humble Heavy. There's no way, and like I'm not enough of an asshole to like try to make you angry. Like Maddie would see you in this state. If I could channel Maddie, he would get you. He would get you there. He can get me there.
Yes.
I mean, I'm excitable.
Yes.
But he would get you there. He would figure out a way and be like, well, Jeff, what about your grandma? What about he would find a way. You look unflappable though. I mean, what about how do you deal with hecklers now? You're still doing comedy, right?
I'm still doing comedy. I don't really. You can't really describe how you deal with it. You kind of just have to deal with it as it comes to you because it's so random and to each situation. But I did take a break from stand up as well, so it has been a few months. But my shows are starting back up in the next
Heavy
while.
sets.
Heavy sets, yes.
Are you still on the weed?
If I like a tenth of what I once was.
I mean, I feel like if I was out here smoking weed, because I'm sober.
Yep.
All right. And but if I was out here smoking weed, I feel like as a comedian and someone like, okay, even just as me, I probably could have so much free fucking weed if I wanted to, right? It's like everywhere. Isn't there so much weed everywhere?
And like also too, with how strong it is, you don't really need that
It's
much.
so
Unless you're like smoking like blunt after blunt or whatever it is, like you really don't need that much weed. Like what used to last me like a day will last me like a month.
Right.
Yeah. So
well, kids,
it's just moderation. Like,
even before it became fully legal, kids would pull up to the office. And when I was a kid, it would be like you have an eighth or a quarter, and you were like kind of the man if you had a quarter of weed. Mm-hmm. Kids would pull up to the office with literally a pound of weed in a fucking giant garbage bag and just casually smoke blunts out of it. And I'd be like, wow, this is wild.
Yeah.
Because I took breaks of like I got out of drug culture, weed culture for like 10 years at a time. Mm-hmm. And I come back in and start smoking weed again. And like motherfuckers just be like,
smoking out the bag.
Just all the weed in the world.
I think
which
that,
is
like,
kind of I wish I smoked. It looks so fun. Have that much weed.
It does, but like when you've smoked a lot, or I feel like done a lot of something, and then you go back to it, you kind of realize like, oh my god, like I can't believe I was doing so much of it. And like, not that I'm clean, because I'm not fully clean. I'll still have like a drink or like a puff of a joint or whatever it is, but you kind of realize like, whoa, that was a lot. That was too much. Like, how did I even achieve whatever I was doing, while that stoned or whatever it is?
What was the frequency like?
I don't know. Consistently. Like, I wouldn't be like smoking necessarily like joints and, all throughout the day. But I think like there was a general like maybe 3 or 4 times, like always, like throughout the day or at certain points. And
Pretty good coverage.
I think sometimes it would even be more, depending on what what you're doing or where I was. And now the thought of doing it that consistently, or it's just kind of a thing in the past. I'm 35. Like I know like some people can smoke and do whatever the hell they want.
Answer this very carefully. Do you think that I look like Eric Griffin?
From Family Guy?
No, that's Peter Griffin.
Oh, Eric Griffin, the comedian?
Yeah.
No. I think that like, no. Yeah, so you don't look like him. I mean, like what, do you?
No, but
I mean, you are both wearing glasses. You both do have a mustache.
And we're both racially ambiguous.
And exactly. And I guess it's difficult. I don't know.
I hate the comparison. No diss to Eric Griffin. But I just don't. I
think
I hate it because he looks like we could be in the same gene pool.
People always used to do that to me with anybody who was fat and had glasses and had curly hair. You know.
I think I'm fat, and
no, me when I was bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're not fat, bro. No, I'm not. No, that's the last. No. No, you look good. I'm telling you, you got like a good tan.
I went hiking Sunday. I did a 7-mile hike.
That's incredible.
And
that's long.
And afterwards, 7 miles is actually like
that's like a long hike.
It's a good like 3 hours.
Is that like 3 up, 3 down?
It's 3.5 up, but the down is dog shit because it was so steep.
Where were you?
Up in Glendale.
Oh wow.
There's like this little like spot. I forget what it's called, but
I need to expand my hiking trail list.
So we did the full like the park is like it's all like Armenian families like making kebabs. We did the hike. It's Glendale. And we
for real?
Yeah. No,
wow,
for real.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not making a joke. It's
no.
You know,
have you ever been to a mini kebab?
Yo, that's where we went after.
Mini kebab is
so fucking
fantastic. I know the guy too. He's a really sweet guy.
He's a nice guy.
Him and his parents.
Shout out to Mini Kebab.
Mini kebab.
But you have to call like an hour or two ahead.
Yes.
We called from top of the mountain because last week we tried to go and they said you have to wait an hour and a half. We're like, we can't wait. We called from top of the mountain. We got Mini Kebab, right?
Mini Kebab's incredible. Oh.
I love that. Look, chicken and rice to me is just heaven. And I have Zanku, Carousel, all the spots around here. I fuck with them, right? I mean, different genre, but
Raffi's too. Shout out to Raffi's.
Raffi's good too.
But you have to be with like a lot of people at Raffi's. Where I feel like at Mini Kebab you can like
go
by yourself and just
Mini
pick it
Kebab
up.
might be the best.
Arguably.
Right?
But
Who's better?
I don't know.
We got the chicken thighs, right?
They also do like just like the mix when they'll do their
meat,
own
the
mix.
lulu kebab?
Yeah.
Yo, the chicken
the
thighs,
rice, the tomatoes.
right? And it was so juicy that I was like, somebody's cheating somewhere. Someone like, did he inject it with butter? Like, what did he do? Because it's so fucking fire.
It really, really is.
And we were so hungry that we sat on the fucking ground and ate it. And then my homeboy's dog locked himself in the car.
Oh fuck!
It was in the shade.
Oh shit!
But the dog, we left the key in the car. We're fucking out of it, just torched from doing a 7-mile hike.
Of course.
We get the food. We're saying, fuck it, let's see here. We eat. We're sitting on the sidewalk eating this shit, scarfing it down. The dog locked itself in the car, and we're like 3 idiots trying to like get the keys out of the car with like a bunch of broomsticks taped together in a metal hanger. We're doing this for like 40 minutes, and finally I'm like, dude, call AAA. We call AAA. This dude comes out of nowhere in 10 minutes in like a little tiny car. He doesn't even stop the car. He doesn't even barely like he pulls up and gets out of the car in one motion and has that air bladder jammed into the door jammed and pops the door open, pops the thing so fast.
Is it like a CAA? Does it even have CAA on the car, or is it just like a random car?
No, it's a legit like little tiny version of like AAA. It's like a little. What are those little tiny cars called? They're like, it's like a little smart car. And this guy was, we were like, that guy was high as a fucking kite. Like he was like, oh yeah, this happens. This is my 47th one this year. Dogs locking people in the car. They're ahead of babies. Babies are locking people in the cars too. Sometimes there's a dog and a baby. He's talking while he's doing this.
Oh my God.
He pumps the thing, boom, pops the thing. Okay, see you later. Can I see your thing? Like it was crazy how fast it was.
That's actually kind of like cool to know that they're like on call that quick.
I think it was a rarity. I had a feeling that in Glendale was going to be fast. I just feel like people in Glendale are locking keys in the car all the time. I don't know why.
Have you?
Cars too.
They what?
They like their cars.
Who's they?
Armenians.
Oh.
Yeah, there are a lot of car dealerships out in Glendale.
Can you say Armenians like cars without us getting?
Everybody likes cars.
Armenian people are particular to white BMWs, right? That's what they say. You can't even.
I've spent enough time in Glendale.
Everyone's so scared of everything right now that if I say Armenian people like white BMWs, everyone's like, okay, wait a minute. I don't know if.
On that note, I will say Heavvy has a really good Holocaust joke. I saw it on Instagram.
Yes.
Let's hear it. Can you do it, or is it?
I was basically just saying that because my family started a sleepover camp, and so I basically just said it's my family escaped the Holocaust, but and then started their own camp, but not bad camp, very good camp.
So what you guys decided to do is you tell him to retell a joke but butcher it himself.
I didn't tell him to butcher it.
You could have done the joke. You didn't want to do the joke. He's so he doesn't want to do anything that's like at all anything. You're just like,
well, I mean, like,
joke.
yeah, maybe don't put that like in the promo, you know.
That's the promo. Cut it, chop it, put a logo on it. We're good to go.
But yeah, no, I think I'd love to give you guys some, you know, craziness, but I just don't have it, you know. Just don't have it. Yeah. Yeah.
No. We're here to create content and go viral every minute of our fucking lives. It's time to go viral. We need to go viral. I had Renee in virtual reality refuse to answer a single question, and now I have Heavy here who won't be heavy. What's next?
What do you think about Joe Rogan?
Oh, we had a whole talk about that. What do you think about Joe Rogan?
I guess it's kind of well, what about him, first of all?
Well, he got canceled, right? He's just
is he? I don't know how it works. I mean, like, I think that like there's probably cancelable material for everybody if you go back, and you know, I'm not justifying him. I don't know what exactly he said or what people are really up in arms about. What he did. Okay, yeah, I did see that. I mean, I don't think that's really
the supercut.
I don't think that's really. I mean, like, I don't think it's really justified. But again, I don't.
You don't think him being canceled is justified, or you don't think that like?
Well, I don't think like saying. I think like there's a way of saying inappropriate jokes without saying words that aren't for you.
I didn't know.
That's all. Like,
I mean,
I think like it's very easy to do. You just don't have to say it. You know.
It's pretty damning when someone takes it all and puts it in one long cut. You're like, oh shit.
It definitely doesn't look good, and I don't. Look good. Yeah, and like I personally like I would never say it. I get uncomfortable when.
But like back in the day when you were in a cipher.
No.
Come on.
No.
Alone by yourself.
No.
Mob Deep lyrics.
No.
Survival of the Fittest.
I mean, like, I love it all, Wu-Tang. But like not.
When you sung it to yourself, you didn't say the end part.
No.
That's a lie. Everyone has. Jason has.
Yeah.
I mean, like, no, but actually it's fucked up because like I'm like, if there's one thing I'm like really, really sensitive to, it's that, you know, don't be racist.
Don't be racist.
One time I was on a date and the girl who I was with on the second time of hanging out with her was just like, she goes, "Oh, I love when it's a white waiter." And I said, "What?" And she goes, "Yeah, I just love when it's a white waiter." And I said, I was like, "Are you racist?" And she was like, "Yeah."
No way.
And I was like, she just straight up to me sitting there at the lunch. And I'm like, it didn't compute. I asked her again. Yeah. Ask her again. Yeah. I was like,
was she hot?
She was no. But like the aesthetic didn't matter at that point. I was just like, yo, I kind of want to
to getting that information, did you think she was hot?
No, she was I guess pretty, but she was talking about being like addicted to drinking like liters of Diet Coke, and like she just had like weird.
That's worse than the racism.
It was just off to me. And then the race, I was just like, I can't believe. I told her, I'm like, I can't. It was just like so uncomfortable. I was like, I can't do this.
How'd you meet her?
I think on like Bumble.
Oh yeah, Bumble.
But like, it was weird, man. It was really weird. And then I remember, you know, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do this. And I didn't even want to eat the food after it arrived because of the energy. I was like, and like, you know, people at the other table was like, what just happened? I told them, I was like, you guys there's two girls there. I offered them the food. They wanted it. And I was just like, I just went back to the hotel. And
your disappointment on the date with her, finding out she's racist, is like my disappointment on having Heavy come on and just be like,
and being like half normal,
completely just like, yeah, you know, this is my life. This is what I do. I'm Heavy and I tell jokes. I won't tell the joke, but I'll tell you about the joke.
Well, I mean, like, we can converse, you know, we can have, you know, we can talk about whatever you want. I'm just like not hyped up and ramped up and amped up like how I used to be. That's all. It's not a bad thing.
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah, it's actually a really good thing. Therapy is a good thing.
Before I do therapy, I have to tell another embarrassing story. I I don't know if I want to tell this story, but I got into a little bit of a fender bender in traffic.
Wait.
Tapped someone in traffic, gave him a little fucking, and pulled over, and the guy.
You're behind him.
I'm behind him.
Okay.
I rear-ended somebody. Not bad.
Not bad.
And nothing happened, but I'm on the side. Basically, if you would have driven by Sunset at like 7:30 in the morning at that day, you would have seen me on the side of the road, irate at what this guy said to me. Like, I lost my shit because he basically was like, I tap him. I pull over. I'm like, I'm really sorry. And he gets out of the car, and I can see him. I'm looking at him through the windshield, and he's coming out of the car. He's fucking idiot. He's like cussing me out.
Saying that to you?
No, to himself about me. So I'm like, I'm already like, okay.
Allowed though?
Yeah, he's like coming out of the car. He's a little buff guy coming out of the car. Fucking idiot. And I go, okay. And I worry that if I tell the story that like somehow he's gonna like, I guess it's anonymous, right? There's no way of knowing.
No. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to get myself into any shit, But so he's kind of cussing out, and I go, "Hey, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry." We pull over. What the fuck are you thinking? You're on your phone. I'm like, yeah, I was on my phone. I did something really dumb. I was like talking to my girlfriend, and I took the phone and like tried to take a picture of someone next to me, and then I hit the guy. Like a fucking idiot. I'm an idiot. And dangerous. I mean, I hit someone today in the parking lot because I was talking to my mom on the phone. I had another car. I'm like, I'm a menace. And so yeah, I get out of the car, and he's like, yeah, what are you thinking? I'm like, sorry. He goes, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm sorry, and he's like huffy, and he's like looking under the car for damage. He starts crawling under his car. There's no damage to his car. Not even like a.
He's like really looking.
He's trying to find something wrong. Not even a paint scratch. He comes out of the car, from under, and he's like, fuck, man, what do you think? I'm like, I'm sorry, it happens a lot in LA. I apologize. Yeah,
like,
but
you ask if he's okay. He's like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's totally nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
There is no are you okay? He's completely nothing.
Yeah.
He's he's kind of buff dude, and like small but buff, and like really fucking pissy. And I'm like, hey, your car is completely fine. And I'm not raising my voice. I'm being very calm. And he goes, I go, listen, we can exchange information, but like there's no damage. So what do you want to do? And he's like, fuck. And he's like, and he goes, all right, get the fuck out of here. He says that to me, and I go, that's it. I go, fuck you. I just lost it. I was like, let's go. I was like, we're gonna fight right now. And I lost my cool, and I said a lot of things to him that were not nice, and I completely went fucking red because he just like I was in the wrong. I was very apologetic, and he just kept pushing, kept talking shit, being a fucking dick. And like, I'm still in the wrong. I should have just taken all of it and been like, but I completely lost it. And I was like, let's fucking sort this out.
One time.
And then he just completely just didn't, he was like, okay, no, I don't want to do that.
One time I got rear-ended, and one time I got rear-ended, and like, it wasn't that bad, and I made like way more of a big deal than I should have. Yeah, like, cause like if everyone's okay and there's no real actual damage, then like just drive off. Like, not that I was being an asshole, but I was just like, I didn't know if it was going to be a lot of damage or if there actually was damage. Didn't really look like it, but there was a scratch. So I was like kind of pissed, but didn't really know what to do. And like, I should have just been like, are you all right? I'm all right. This doesn't look that bad. All right, I'm out.
Or
of
a
here.
scratch, you can look if you want to exchange information, but there's no need to ever get angry.
But like, even exchanging information like for a small fender bender when no one's hurt
in
and
LA,
there's no damage, it's like
joke.
You're just asking for your insurance to get jacked up for no fucking reason. And
but
like,
I'll
not like it isn't expensive enough already.
I'll happily pay with insurance or without out of my pocket if I hit you. I don't have a problem with it. But
when it's like a bump, like a bumper, like a fender bender, it's like it's just not worth it. It's not worth it for anybody. You know? Like,
getting angry doesn't do anything. I've been hit before, like kids go so many times. Like, I don't care.
Unless your car's actually fucked up, it's not worth it.
Yeah. It's not worth it, guys. Choose life. I'm very glad I'm very glad that nothing happened. Honestly, I'm like, it could have gone bad for me, could have gone bad for him. I could have ended up in jail.
Oh my God.
I'm an adult. My girlfriend doesn't like it. Like, it's not my shit. It's not my.
Your girlfriend doesn't like the podcast?
No, she doesn't care about the podcast. She doesn't want me fighting people.
Oh, of course not.
And I'm not that dude. I don't run around getting in fights with people. I'm very chill. I'm calm. Yeah. Unless someone comes to my house and insults me in my own home and tells me that I'm poor and that I'm a loser, then I get angry.
That rightfully so.
I can't get it. I can't get a rise out of him. Okay, listen, I have to go, guys. Love you all. It's been great.
Thank you for having me.
Do you show Heavy the VR podcast set? Thanks for coming on, Heavy.
Of course, bro.
And this is the
anytime. I'll be here anytime, whether Maddie's involved or not. I'm here. You know.
He's here. Well,
Anytime.
Anything you want to plug?
Pardon me.
Plug?
I guess happy birthday, Maddie. Shout out, born and raised. I don't know.
they're saying this is this is the last time you guys are gonna see Heavy here because this was.
I wasn't trying to be boring.
No, I know. It's a weird adjustment.